Good morning, and I'm here for a commentary. First, I want to thank the Spindle City for the opportunity to come here and talk to all of you. I just had a chance last night to watch a repeat of the City Council meeting, the last City Council meeting, and it's been a long time that I missed one personally at the chamber because of my daughter's birthday, and we had to go out and celebrate her 20th birthday. So happy birthday, Chantel. But one thing that I would like to talk about, and it was a big conversation again, was trash and the purple bags. As you know, I was the first person, me and John, we were the first people in front of the City Council in favor of the purple bags. From the very beginning, I was in support of the purple bag because I see that as an opportunity for people to learn about recycling and for people to start recycling. I have been recycling for the past 10 years. Remember the blue containers? They were small, and I was recycling 2 of those per week. Matter of fact, I had to ask one more to the city because I was recycling so much that I needed an extra one. So that's why I was in favor. Now, since day one, and I think that's why this is not working, is because the way that was implemented was wrong. And watching last meeting, I remember Cliff Ponce asking, why is not working? And it's not working very simple. The reason why it's not working was because the people was not part of it. And everything that the people is not part of it, people don't want to engage in getting something done. Because here's the thing, we are best in everything else. We are best in advocating for veterans. We are best in fundraisers. We have fundraisers every weekend that people raise and organizations raised hundreds of thousands of dollars, to not say millions. We help everything. Everything works. Just the trash is not working. And the trash is not working because the citizens and the voters and the taxpayers of the city was not involved from day one. If they can buy a ticket, and I have fundraisers all the time with a lot of people there and raising a lot of people and raising a lot of money. Just for the last fundraiser for the park, we raised $3,000 in a two-hour event. The problem is that, and the administration needs to take this as an example. If the people are not involved from day one, they're gonna refuse. And then you can try to fix it. You can bring in soldiers and police, trash, and nothing's gonna resolve the problem. Nothing is gonna resolve the problem now. And now it's way too gone for us to become into a solution. And then is money. There was grants to put people to enforce, and people was never hired to enforce, and so it's so much going on in 3 years that it's unbelievable. Then and again, and it's funny because it's nothing personal. Cathy Ann is a good friend, but it's nothing personal. But every time that Cathy Ann goes in front of the City Council to answer a question, I get more confused because I really don't know I think she tries to defend something that it's not there. Let's be clear. Until we don't fund the problem, we cannot resolve the problem. And the problem is getting out and talking to people. The education part, they say, oh, it's not education. Now we're going to implement it another education site. We've been educated already. We know, we spend it. I translate things to Portuguese. We did everything that we had to do to make this work. This is not working because people was not involved, and people don't want to be part of this, period. You can do anything else you want. This is not going to work. This is going to fail. And it's funny that we just stopped paying the $10 fee because it was a campaign, and he promised that he was going to take the $10 fee. But now, we're already talking about bringing the fee back again. So, really, if that was the problem, why didn't we talk to the community? Why don't we talk to the taxpayers and say, we need this money, we need this money? But one thing that I'm very curious about is, for 3 years, we've been having free cash, over $3 million at the end of the year. Just this year alone was $5 million. So this money, it's there. We're already paying for this. And why, when we do a budget, why don't we include the money for trash on our budget? Because at the end of the year, it's there. The money is there. It's just matter, let's fund where are we getting paying too much? Where? Why are we getting so much money at the end of the year? And let's utilize that money and stop with the purple bags. Now they're thinking about they're going to have to stop the purple bag. It's no other way. It's no other way just because administration after administration never put a stop on it and say, okay, let's see why it's not working. Let's talk to the citizens, the taxpayers, and see how can we resolve this. Because at the end of the day, they are the ones paying the bill. Again, and my only thing, and that I support the purple bag, was for the fact that we finally wanna recycle. I go through some houses, they use the blue bins as vases. They have it on the backyard full of plants. When those vases, when those bins were supposed to be for recycling for 7 years, and nobody did nothing about. Nobody, the education should be coming at that time, not when the purple bag started. That's the first mistake that we did. The second mistake was taking those bins back, because I'm going to tell you why. I have my small bin inside my closet on the kitchen. You know what that avoids? That avoids me to be putting recycling into plastic bags. That's number one. I cannot bring a bin from the street, the big bin from the street, into my kitchen. But I can put my blue small, the first ones, on my closet, and that's what I do. When it's full, I go outside and I dump inside of the big bin. So, I mean, it was a mistake after mistake, mistake after mistake, until, and we, one administration, if you want to resolve this, number one, you need to listen to the citizens. 10,050 people out there, okay, still have questions about the transfer station. If it's not going to work, just tell the people it's not going to work. It's no way that can work, but at least we're going to hear from the administration about this. Every time Kathy goes in the front, it's, oh, the administration is talking about the ways to resolve it, the way to resolve it. The only way you're going to resolve it is if you talk to us. Talk to us what is on the table so we can make decisions, so we can let our city councils that represent us where to go. But right now, it's just talk. It's just talk. Another year went by with a new administration, and it's just talk. You want to talk? Talk to us. Don't go because she goes around, but nothing is done. At the end of the day, we leave the meeting knowing nothing. And city councils, I can see on their faces, they're not getting the answers. But they just don't want to be sitting in there until 2 o'clock in the morning. But they're not getting the answers. That's my point. So please, first thing that as a community leader, as a neighborhood leader, I want to ask you, please recycle. That's the only thing at this point that we all can agree is about recycling. You have questions, what can you recycle, what you cannot recycle, please call. You can call me too if you want. I have calls about that too. But that's the only thing that we all have to agree is that we need to recycle. Now, about the purple bags, we're gonna still asking questions. If it's not working, let's just stop it. Let's lock that money on a budget, include that on the budget, so we don't need to have the purple bags. That's my opinion. Again, thank you for being out there and listening to me, and thank you, Spindle City, for this opportunity.